Hello, this is Eric Miscoll with EMSNOW. I'm here at final day at IPC Apex in San Diego. We're doing our every show visit with Juan Arango. Always good to catch up with you, Juan. Thanks for taking time out.
Great
Your
to see
booth
you,
has
Eric.
been really busy, by the way. I've been by there several times. It looks like it's gone very well so far.
Oh yes, it's we have a lot more visitors and better quality visitors. It's something that with the situation with the coronavirus and just the general economy, we were quite concerned. But yes, we're probably 40% higher than we were last year.
That's excellent.
Yes.
Let's start there with last year. Good year last year, I understand.
Last year was another year that I'm expecting it to level off, and it still hasn't. Maybe 2020. As you know, we sold over 400 machines again. We moved, so our headquarters are now in Atlanta, and it's a very nice facility. It was basically for our customers to be able to provide to them better facilities for demos, basic projects. They can bring a board, and it's their playground. Plus two training rooms. One has an SPI, one has an AOI. And it's just very conducive for learning. So it's something that is helping us a lot in providing to customers better support.
Yeah, it's interesting. You touched on 2020 and maybe it'll level, and you also touched on the coronavirus. So there's obviously concern globally with the world economy and what this is going to have impact. It's going to be probably Q1 of this year will be the worst of it.
Yes.
Who knows, right, what the future holds. But that as context, how's 2020 shaping up for?
2020 starting well. I came from the mounter world, and historically, election year, second half, it dies. I remember in 2016, I told Dr. Ko that prepare for a bad second half, and it was the best second half we had ever had. So the following year, he says, "You missed." And I said, "Yes, I'm sorry." And he says, "Keep missing like that."
That's excellent. Now, what was really interesting to me, and we were talking about a bit before, is the research that you guys invested here a couple of years ago now, right?
3 years ago.
3 years.
We opened an office in Rancho Bernardo. We call it Kira, Co-Young Research America. And it started with 3 software developers. We have, I believe, 25 now. We've also opened an office in Silicon Valley and in Canada. And we also added space in Atlanta for a group called MVGA, Machine Vision Georgia. They've realized that it's a little less expensive cost to put an engineer in Georgia than it is in California. But the group in Kira, their mission is AI. And what we're applying that for, that's the engine that drives our auto programming, that drives the enhancements in KPO, the process optimization. So that's the engine that does between SPI and printer, and now doing between AOI and mounter.
Yeah, I was actually at your booth earlier kind of watching one of the demonstrations and was kind of overwhelmed by all the complexity and what it's capable of doing, and it does it pretty damn fast when it gets that. So a lot happens in a quick period, and that couldn't really happen without all this.
Absolutely. One of the key things in America, our market is more of a high mix, low volume. We have a lot of customers that have very small lot sizes. You can't spend 8 hours programming a board. With our AI engine and our new release of auto programming, we did an evaluation in Mexico that in the past it would take us 8 hours, 7-8 hours to program. Our competitors took 7 hours to program. We took 1 hour. So that's a significant improvement.
So I want to shift away from the technical for a moment and talk. One thing that has impressed me about Co-Young, and my experience is mostly through you in the Americas, obviously, although I've had some connection with Europe, is the culture that you guys have within the company. You seem to hire good people. You have good technically, but they also play well together. They're good people. They seem to enjoy, and they represent the company very well. So, and you've always, I think we've talked about that. You said it kind of flows from Dr. Ko too, right? So,
Dr. Ko has a mentality that this is family. And that's the same mentality we have. When we're interviewing people, the first thing we check is not the technical, because we believe we can teach people to do things. It's what's in their heart. That chemistry, and now as we grow, you can't have a bad apple. So we become a lot more picky in the character of the people.
I mean, it's the old saying, culture beats strategy, right? So get a good culture, and the strategy, it's going to beat any written down strategy most days.
Correct, and it's just one of the things that we have great equipment. There's no doubt about that, but we have even better people, and that's one of the biggest strength we have, because these are people that are happy. In our industry, they work hard, but I make a point of playing hard with them because, like Super Bowl, I rented a space and we had a good time.
Who'd you root for, by the way?
Kansas City. I'm an AFC fan.
Ah, geez, I'm a 49er fan. That's our last interview,
I'm a Dolphin fan.
Okay, yeah,
so
okay. You had to get somewhat. Listen, I've never met Dr. Ko yet, but I will say, having met you and spent time, I think some of the credit for the team I see around you clearly falls on your shoulders too. So I wish you nothing but continued success, a lot of admiration for what you're building.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.